they can't work together. It's like you know what it is? Rapper labels have this thing where if you leave a label, something happens or y'all beefing it's never just people leave amicably or just actually leave on good terms. That's kind of what it was. All right, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is, man. So look, man. Kendrick Lamar going at Drake again. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to get in tune with this, man. So we're going to get to this, man. And links will be in the description. You already know. This is Drake 1 year later. His 12 things that age like milk. So let's get it.
Just ring a bell. Drop. 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 Drop.
Kendrick started off with cartoons and cereal, and now he's on a generational run, winning Grammys for his rap diss against Drake, being the first solo act rapper to do the Super Bowl halftime show, dropping one of the highest selling rap albums of 2024, GNX, with the top song still on the Billboard charts, Luther, and now on a grand national stadium tour with SZA. All while Drake is spending all his money to win a case against UMG for promoting Kendrick's song, Not Like Us. Kendrick started the rap battle by saying them superpowers get neutralized. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. Here we are a year later.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to put it to you like this. Make sure you subscribe. This is Torture Talk After Hours. You know this. I'm going to put it to you like this, right? The biggest mistake Drake made in this whole battle was underestimating Kendrick. That was the biggest mistake he made. I think that Drake should have thought this out. He should have dragged it out a little more. It shouldn't have been something he just tried to do real quick. He definitely should have dragged this battle out because it just ain't playing in his favor. It's just not.
Like us. Kendrick started the rap battle by saying them superpowers get neutralized. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. Here we are a year later. Who would have known that a year later we'd get Lil Wayne crying over Kendrick being chosen for the Super Bowl halftime show and dancing to Not Like Us and then telling Rolling Stones, I didn't even know it was Kendrick. Drake goes on to give us no...
Yo, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. How you not know it was Kendrick? He said your name in the song, bro. Like, Lil Wayne is slow, bro. I'm sorry. He's slow.
Kia and more garbage songs for you. So let's talk about the 12 rap disses by Drake in the rap battle from last year that have aged horribly, like milk. So we remember Drake said, Top told you drop, you better drop or give him 50 in push-ups, and your daddy got robbed by Top, Family Matters. And then after all these bad lines, we see Top of TDE with Kendrick in his video Not Like Us, right? Before this rap battle, probably most people didn't even know who Top, as far as like consumers, like who Top from TDE was and Punch from TDE. But Drake brought light to this, and then you see them and people are looking into this like, wait, who? Oh, that's Top? There he is with Kendrick, even after Kendrick left TDE and started his own company, PG Lang. They're still coming together.
And that's crazy. That's crazy. A lot of people were, and I seen Elliot Wilson. I seen people. They want them to beef so bad. It's like they can't work together. It's like you know what it is. Rapper labels have this thing where if you leave a label, something happens, or y'all beefing, or it's never just people leave amicably or just actually leave on good terms. That's kind of what it was with this whole thing with Top Dog Entertainment and Kendrick Lamar. It's kind of how it was. I think a lot of people look at it like, well, they left and it wasn't no beef, and it's like, yeah, and he still worked with them. It's like, come on, bro. You already know they already got a deal going. Like, you know what I'm saying? PG Lang is the top is somewhere in there. You know that. He's at the Super Bowl with Dave Free. Like, y'all know what time it is with these dudes. These dudes are family. Like, it's a takeover. Like, come on now.
It even made people dig more into Damn and the last song on the Damn album called Duckworth, where Kendrick is telling this interesting story, weaving all these tales and explaining the irony that Top and his father actually came together in a chance encounter and eventually became friends and kind of helped give birth to him as the superstar because they ended up working together. Number 2, numbers wise, I'm out of here. You're not creeping up, right? In push-ups. And now Kendrick outperforms Drake on every level. GNX outperformed Some Garbage Songs for You by Drake. Kendrick now outperforms Drake on Spotify, whereas for most of the time, Drake had more monthly listeners than Kendrick on Spotify. Now, Kendrick outperforms him by a significant amount. And number 3, where Drake says, Pipsqueak, pipe down, you ain't in no big 3, SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you, right? And he goes on to say all that. And now, Kendrick is on a grand national tour with SZA. The irony of that basically you are making fun of me for not being as good as my contemporary SZA. And now I outperformed you. And now I'm actually on tour with SZA, the person that you said I don't have enough numbers with, right? So it's like making fun of two best friends. It doesn't make sense, right? The irony, and this is no shot to SZA, but the irony that Kendrick actually now outperforms SZA on Spotify. So the irony of saying you ain't in no big 3, you don't compare with me and Cole, and even SZA, your contemporary, got you wiped down. And now Kendrick outperforms all of them on Spotify. Then number 4.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Let me turn this light out, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. This is crazy to me. It's crazy how all of this stuff is just falling on Drake's head top. Kendrick, stop it. That's what this is, man. I'm just sitting here just looking at this and like, damn, Kendrick Lamar, man, he just doing this thing. It's so crazy to see this, man. It really is.
Remember the end of Family Matters? The whole red button? They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you paint, it ain't what it seemed. You're dead. I'll never stop laughing at how Drake says, you're dead. And then you see...
Yo, when Drake said, you dead, I thought he said, you dig. But like for a while, I thought he said, you dig. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody said, he ain't saying you dig. He said, you dead. I said, he said, you dead? He's like, you dead. Yeah, that's hilarious. Run that back.
A crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you paint, it ain't what it seemed. You're dead. I'll never stop laughing at how Drake says, you're dead. And then you see in Not Like Us, Whitney and his children up in the music video dancing with Kendrick to Not Like Us, almost like they are stomping on Drake's grave in a way. And the thing with this is, like, you would say, obviously none of this stuff, if it's real, is something to poke fun of, but as it comes off as an alleged thing against Kendrick, it doesn't make sense that usually you would imagine that this is a broken up couple. They're not together. I'm going to make fun of that situation and you'll never see them together. So it leaves people wondering, wow, I wonder what happened. But we would not imagine that Drake would be making fun of the whole situation and then Whitney comes out with him to dance with Kendrick to Not Like Us, right? It doesn't really make any sense. Next one. We remember Drake saying drop, drop, drop.
And that's what I'm saying. I was saying that a while ago. I said this ain't true. Because I'm gonna tell y'all one thing about women. If they being abused, somebody's gonna see it and somebody's gonna say something. You telling me that none of Whitney's family knew that this was happening and they didn't say anything? Nah. I'm not rolling. Nah. Nah. I ain't rolling. Somebody would have said something. Trust and believe. They would have said something.
Drop a 50 back. Comes out with him to dance with Kendrick to Not Like Us, right? It doesn't really make any sense. Next one. We remember Drake saying drop, 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 drop a 50 bag for the mob in the spot, right? Begging Kendrick to drop, even after he saw the vitriol verse by Kendrick and like that, right? You would say like, stop, like don't bring this boogeyman out. And Kendrick comes out with Euphoria and just destroys him. Then Not Like Us has Drake trying to win a lawsuit against UMG for publishing the song. And then finally, he beats Drake in this battle and trolls him on the GNX tour with those same words.
Drop, 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 drop.
We have Drake.
This guy, Kendrick, man. You might as well keep riding the high, man. I'm telling you. If I'm him, I'm doing the same thing. Just keep going, man. Don't stop. Keep it going. Just keep it going. Because trust and believe, if the shoe was on the other foot, he would keep it going. He would have been kept it going. And the reason why he's not keeping it going is because he ain't win. And he's still throwing little shots at you. But, and you know the crazy thing is, too, what's so crazy about this? People trying to say that Drake's career wasn't affected. Come on, man. You can't be serious, bro. Oh, man. Let's keep it going.
Saying Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go hand him a Grammy right now. Like, how do you even make fun of someone for being so good that they're winning Grammys? Like, how is that even a diss to somebody? Your music is so bad that you win Grammys for it. This student is so good in class. Teacher, go give him an A already. How does that even work? The response, right, was that Kendrick dropped an explosive rap diss, right, Not Like Us, against Drake. He wins the rap battle, and then he wins a Grammy for that same song. The irony of that is insane. Like, I don't even know what the odds are of this actually occurring. The odds of Drake saying, Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody go give him a Grammy right now, and then for Kendrick to respond with an explosive rap diss that probably has become one of the best rap diss in history and also one of the most popular rap songs in history, and then to win a Grammy over it, the odds of that have got to be like 1,000,001. Next one. Then Drake goes, you want to take up for...
Well, you already know what that is. A lot of people don't respect the Grammys because for years people say that hip hop didn't get its just due, so they didn't respect the Grammys. But I always push back on people on that because I always say, well, you can't say for years hip hop didn't get its due, so the Grammys don't count. That's not fair to say because for years the Grammys gave out awards to a lot of black artists that wasn't hip hop. But now, for the last 10 years, hip hop been running the Grammys. The only thing I would say the Grammys still have a problem with, in my opinion, is giving Album of the Year to a black artist. The last time we seen Album of the Year for a black artist, I believe it was Lauryn Hill. And Outkast, I believe Outkast was one of the last black artists that won Album of the Year. And then on top of that, you don't see any other ethnicities winning Album of the Year. Like, I haven't seen no Latin artists win Album of the Year or no Asian artists win Album of the Year. I haven't seen that. So it's not just black people. You know what I mean? But that's neither here or there. I'm just saying as far as that goes. But yeah, and if it was a Latin artist, I think maybe it was. I think Carlos Santana, I think he won Album of the Year or something. He was. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to look. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going. But yeah, that's the reason why with the Grammys.
Pharrell, then come get his legacy out of my house. Poking fun at Pharrell. Pharrell has nothing to do with this. Pharrell wrote the hook to one of Kendrick's biggest songs, All Right, one of the most notable songs from Kendrick. And then guess what? After Kendrick wins the rap beef, Pharrell offers to put Kendrick in the movie piece by piece and having him be one of the voice actors. And that's what happens when you diss people. I always say like Drake, like don't get too cocky because you never know where your enemy is going to be down the road. Next one. Your daddy got robbed by Top. You son and Wayne, like father, like son. For him to like bring Wayne into this, it really just brought more harm to Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne eventually spirals out of control. He cries over Kendrick being chosen for the Super Bowl halftime show over him. Then he dances to Not Like Us, saying they not like us in the video that was released and seen. And then he says, I didn't even know it was Kendrick. The spiraling of Lil Wayne is something that really has to be studied. Then we have Drake says, where...
Yo, that is 100% facts. How you gonna say you didn't know it was Kendrick? Like, come on, bro. Cut it out.
Is your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. A lot of people may not have paid attention to this line. It ends up really being a shot at Kendrick's transgender aunt, who I guess Drake is trolling and joking that he's the uncle, but not really an uncle because he's not really a man, a real man. And Kendrick goes on to explain in that song, his aunt has become a transgender man, right? And in the song called Auntie Diaries, Kendrick is expressing that, how he was coming to grips with that. He says, my auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. My auntie is a man now. I asked my mama why my uncles don't like him that much, right? He's trying to come to grips with the transgender identity of his aunt. And here's Drake poking fun, saying, where is your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. So poking fun at the trans identity. To me, whether you think it's right or wrong, that's up to you to decide. But it's not a place for Drake to bring up in a rap battle. It's not for him to poke fun at. To me, it sheds light on how ignorant Drake really is. The next one, he tells Kendrick, why did you move to New York? Is it because you love living that bachelor life? Proposed in 2015, but don't want to make her your actual wife. I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening right. Another strange shot at Kendrick that didn't even come together. So many shots at Whitney. If I'm like, say, the woman in that relationship, and it's true what Drake is saying, that Kendrick is running away from his family, running away from his kids, not trying to be responsible, beating on his queen, you would not show up for the music video Not Like Us. But seeing Whitney come out and dance in Not Like Us just made this truly age horribly.
And she was at the pop out, in the middle of the pop out. She was at the pop out. So I think when Drake did that, he just wanted to see what would stick. Drake is the type of person that wants to see what he throws things out there just to see what would stick. I think that's what it was. I think he wanted to see what would stick. Let's keep it going.
We plotted for a week, and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. The Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on the speculation. And then later we come to see, allegedly, these screenshots of text messages between academics and his team, with Drake referring to all the Meet the Grams and all those artistic pieces, saying, I don't even know what that stuff is, but actually tried to claim that he set it all up. The last one I have here is when Drake says, and wait, you say your brother Jermaine, but you wanted him to stay out of the light. Sounds nice. And the irony here is that I don't think that Kendrick really talks up J. Cole that much. If anything, the irony is that J. Cole put himself out of the light. Even though Cole drops 7-minute drill, the diss against Kendrick, says he's sorry, moves himself away from the rap battle, wants to distance himself, but then comes later, try to get back into like Drake's graces, and he plays Nokia at his Dreamville concert. The irony is that it wasn't that Kendrick betrayed Cole, but it actually became that Cole kind of betrayed Kendrick and started showing his true colors. Kendrick wins a Grammy, does the Super Bowl halftime show, drops one of the most phenomenal rap albums, GNX, right after the rap battle, and now is on a grand national tour with SZA.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's real crazy. But tell me what y'all think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. Catch y'all on the next one. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. See y'all. Peace. Bye.